County. Let's appreciate Lamu County, please. Aha, which other one? Tana River County. Let's appreciate Tana River tafadhali. Beautiful. Which other one? Bomet County. People from Bomet are in the building. Let's appreciate them tafadhali. Which other one? Wow, we have people from Kwale. Let's appreciate Kwale County. Wonderful. Thank you, Kwale. Which other county am I leaving out? We have people from Garissa County. Let's appreciate Garissa. Wonderful, wonderful. Which other county am I leaving out? Wow. Hey, Abanaba Ingo. Kuna watu wa Bungoma. Let's appreciate Bungoma County, 039. Which other county? Ah, 001. Mombasa. Let's appreciate Mombasa County. Wonderful. Karibu sana. Karibu Eldoret. Which other county? 08. Wajir County. We have all the way from Wajir County. Let's appreciate them. Wow, these are the people who hosted a national event for the first time. Let's appreciate Wajir in a special way, tafadhali. Thank you, Wajir. Which other county are we leaving out? Mandera County. Wow, let's appreciate Mandera, tafadhali. Aha. Which other one? Marsabit County. We have Marsabit. Let's appreciate people from Marsabit, tafadhali. Thank you very much. Aha. Nani tunamwacha? Watu wa Kisii. Ndizi ziko area. Let's appreciate Kisii County, tafadhali. Thank you very much. Nani wengine? We have Siaya Kababa. Siaya County. Let's appreciate our people from Siaya, tafadhali. Aha. Which other county? Migori. Appreciate Migori County, tafadhali. Tuwapigie makofi. Aha. Na wapi tena before tukuje nyumbani? Machakos. Watu wa Masaku. Let's appreciate Machakos people. Thank you very, very much. And now, kabla nikuje nyumbani, wapi wengine? Narok County. I think I've mentioned Narok. One more time, let's appreciate Narok County. Thank you very much. There are people from Meru County. Let's appreciate our people from Meru County, tafadhali. Alafu sasa the majority, of course, the county of champions was in Gishu County. Wapinduru. Wow, tunakaribisha wageni, si ndio? If you are from UG County, let's welcome our visitors. Kwanduru tafadhali. Makofi vigelegele. Thank you. Thank you very much. And the entire country, of course, we are here. The only goal we have is to embrace peace, to make sure we have a peaceful country, one Kenya, one nation. Vijana tuna ukabila, si ndio? We embrace each other. Sisi ni watu moja, one country, one nation, peaceful people. Au sio? Do you love peace? Kabisa. Nataka tusimame tuimbe wimbo moja ya peace kabla nilete the first speaker of the day. Let's all be upstanding if you love peace, tafadhali. DJ sijui utanipatia gani? Tuimbe Mungu Baba ama ni aje? Mungu Baba. Tuimbe Mungu Baba, eh? All right. If you're peaceful, lift up your hands. The two. Move them to the left. Move them to the right. Clap once. DJ. Nataka nilete my dancers. Igniters, are you in the building? Igniters, dancers. They have a very nice choreography on this. Mungu Baba by Rafton. DJ Easy. All right, we come. Peleka tu pole na hiyo peaceful people. Peaceful youth. High flex. Aya peleka pole tu. Aya kila mtu makofi namna.
Mungu Baba twaomba uilinde nchi yetu. Tuishi kwa umoja, chuki situmalize. Tusameane tupendane.
Weka mikono juu. Somebody say tonight.
Mungu Baba twaomba uilinde Kenya yetu. Tuishi kwa upendo, chuki situmalize. Tungane
Weka mikono juu, weka mikono juu, weka
mikono juu. Nataka twende hivi. Shikilia madiji. Mbona mko happy? Give your neighbor high five. Give your neighbor high five before tuanze. Tell your neighbor you look good. Tell your neighbor you look sumptuous. Mwache kubonda hivyo mayouth. Sama mnataka siaka. Tuwaweke siaka, si ndio? Si ni mayouth man. Madide for the meantime nipe kitu tutoe baridi kidogo. Tafuta space. Kama nyuma imejaa tafuta space. Madije leta kitu, let's go. Twende hivi mayouth. Twende bana. Ukiona mtu endi huo sijenzi. Weka miguu hivi.
Siaka ni kutoka siaka. Siaka kutoka siaka. Kila mtu siaka. 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 Ukichoma gode uone ndege. Siaka. Ukiona madingo kwa machoche. Siaka. Fala lipiga kibare akatoka. Siaka. Ukakiona kanjo. Siaka. Alikula pesa CDF akenda. Siaka. Tunangoja election tumtoe. Siaka. Siaka.
Twende hapa. Chini.
Buruka, piga up, burukanga. 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 Buruka, piga up, burukanga.
Dokire kana irongero deda hiki nonginya nderute mbombo.
Wale watu wa nyuma kama udansa utakula. Wale watu wa nyuma kama udansa utakula. Twende.
Geronjore moko hamwe na gasmairo nderuta ikinya ndiende thoko.
Piga up, burukanga. Buruka, piga up, burukanga. Buruka, piga up, burukanga.
Shikilia madiji. Hiyo ni kionjo tu, tutarudi, si ndio?
Wow, let's appreciate Igniters dancers together with Hype Master MC Flex. Thank you so much. That is just a signal to you that you're not going to be bored on this day. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is MC Max, and I'll be taking you through the program till the end of this program for today. And just so you know, we are here courtesy of International Conference on the Great Lakes region. The main goal is to ensure that we have a peaceful country, especially as we gear towards the electioneering period. And now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me from the onset to bring on board my brother Edgar Mukala to do a brief introduction and to bring us the first person who is going to make the first presentation today. Ladies and gentlemen, Edgar Mukala. Let's appreciate him as he comes on stage, tafadhali.
Asante sana. Moi University ni fire si fire. Ni fire si fire. Ni noma si noma. I want you to say these letters. I, C, G, L, R. Nani anajua inamaanisha nini? Mmejulia wapi? Wapi? Nani anajua ni nini? Sawa, mnajua inamaanisha nini? Nani anajua ni nini? The ICJLR is an intergovernmental body, just like the AU, just like the EAC, just like the UN, but our focus is on East, Central, and parts of South Africa. So the ICJLR was formed in the year 2000 because of peace issues. So I think everybody knows that the DRC has been facing a number of conflict challenges, and the UN sat down, wakasema, let us form a body where these countries, the countries bordering the ICJLR can keep on talking, waongele mambo ya amani, wasipigane. So yeah, we are here today courtesy of the ICJLR. Sindio? Repeat after me. I, C, G, L, R. Now, I want somebody to tell me, which is the most peaceful country in the world? Wewe, wacha wewe. Niko na zawadi. Which is the most peaceful country in the world? There's a hand there. You can stand up. You can stand up and say. Yes. Switzerland. Switzerland is number 2. It's not the peaceful country. There's another hand. Yes, Iceland is. Umegoogle hiyo. Na hata nakuona uko kwa simu. Yeah, Iceland is the most peaceful country. And which country is the worst in terms of peace? Huh? No, I need a hand. Siski. No, it's not. Iko bottom 5 lakini. Not Afghanistan. Yes, Russia is the least peaceful country in the world. Yes. Mimi niko na zawadi haya. Mnataka kushindana na mimi? So yeah, the ICJLR was formed in 2000. Na straight to 2014, the presidents in this East and Central African region wakakaa chini wakasema wacha to include vijana in this conversation of peace. And each member state of the ICJLR aziko hapa. But yeah, the ICJLR has 12 member states. There is DRC, Angola, Burundi, Rwanda, Central African Republic, the Republic of Congo, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Sudan, and South Sudan. So each country nominates 3 young people to represent the views of the youth. Sindio? Yeah, so that's just a brief introduction of ICJLR. Semeni I, C, G, L, R. Inamaanisha nini? Mnaachia katikati ya malizi. Inamaanisha? Yeah, that's the most important thing. I want you to understand. Hiyo tu inasumbua watu wengi, si ndio? Na asante sana. Kindly let's welcome Mr. Matthew Chenger from the IBC who is going to take us through the first presentation. Karibu sana, mumpigie makofi tafadhali.
Thank you very much. Okay, as you have been told, my name is Matthew Chenger from IBC Uasin Gishu County and the returning officer KSS constituency. Thank you for the invitation to talk to Kenyans. Kenyans oye. Vijana yetu oye. Actually, the Bible tells us that in the book of Isaiah 1:18, come we reason together. Come we reason together. And Hosea 4:6 also says, our people perish because of lack of knowledge. So lack of knowledge can also create problems. So when we come together like this, it helps all of us to get information of what we might not be aware about. So thank you so much. I know you have heard of IBC. Maybe want to tell us IBC's abbreviation. Who can tell us in full? Just one person. One person to tell us in full. Yes? Clap for him. When we invite people for interview, sometimes somebody says it's independent electrical. So it is good to know this. And we have come a long way since independence. We talk of the 13th parliament. What is 13th parliament is what? Why 13th? Yes? Clap for him. We have had 13 general elections since independence, 1963 up to 2022. We have had other by-elections. We don't count by-elections or referenda. It is general elections. Now, the 2027 one will be the 14th. So it will be the 14th parliament. Okay. We have evolved as IBC. Since 1963, we were using debe as a ballot box. That is why up to now, watu wanasema tukutane kwa debe. A debe was a ballot box in 1963. We evolved. The second was the black box. There was a black ballot box. You saw that one? Kenyans said, no, no, no. Hapo ndani kuna kisa. We are not saying. So, in 2010, we came up with another one, a translucent ballot box, not very clear. Still Kenyans said, no, no, this one is not okay. And then now we have the transparent ballot box, which we are using up to now. But still, there's still some lack of trust. Even if we go to the polling station, it is transparent, but we must turn it upside down before we start. Watu waone hakuna kitu ndani. What that one tells us, our trust issues iko shida kidogo. Sindio? Because just our neighbors in Uganda here, when you see the elections, they're just using basins. Wanatumia karaya and they accept the results. Wanakubali. Hapa tukitumia karaya tutatoboa. Hiyo karaya itabaki. When you go to South Africa, wanatumia box. And they trust. Wanamaliza and they announce their results. Nako sawa. Hiyo box itafika Tallying Center. Hapa. So, in short, we have challenges as Kenyans on trust issues. I was telling a group yesterday that in some countries, they have gone further with online voting, digital voting. Kenyans, we are yet to reach there. We trust M-Pesa with our money. Sindio? You trust, unatoa pesa yako kwa M-Pesa, sindio? Lakini vote kura yako, ni shida. So that is where we are as a country. I know with the young people now, as we go forward, things might change. Okay. Before I start my presentation, I want to congratulate you young people. As IEBC, when we had voter registration as from March up to April, you came up with a slogan of Niko Kadi. Clap for yourselves. The Niko Kadi was a game changer for IEBC. I can share an example. In my constituency, Keses, where you are, we are in Keses constituency. Between September last year and March, we had to call continuous voter registration. 6 months, we only managed to register 801 people. In 6 months, you can divide by 6. Ningabe per month? Yes? Less than 200. Sindio? 200 divided by 30 days. Ningabe? Karibu 6 per day. But in 30 days, because Niko Kadi, we managed to register 13,000 in 30 days. Clap for yourselves. So, where we are heading to now, we shall have another ECVR2 somewhere in October, November, December. I beseech you young people, come up with another slogan which can make us register everybody. Sindio? Because at the moment, 2022, our register was 22.2 million. We have now managed 2.5, and we are still targeting another 3.8 to make it around 28.2 million, something like that. So we shall achieve when young people like you participate and assist us the way you did. Okay, from your program, you see, I want to discuss something concerning election violence prevention. Election violence prevention. Hapo ndio mahali tuko na kwa mambo ya elections, peaceful elections. And we thank this group for bringing this kind of sensitization program and bringing young people. So that is our problem as Kenyans. How can we prevent election violence? How can we prevent this? It has been there for quite some time. After every election, kuna shida. After every election, kuna shida. Shida ni nini? Shida ni nini? So, one, we can say, one way of preventing this is early warning signs. What are the early warning signs? tutibu mapema watu wanafanya nini, ni shida gani. Now when you go to functions, unasikia mtu anasema tusipochaza kura tutachaza wenyewe. Hiyo ni lugha gani? Utachaza namna gani? Are you getting that? So that when somebody wins, wanasema walichaza. Those are very bad signs. So we want to stop such kind of communication. Another thing also is political dialogue. We need to talk. We need to share information. Like the way we are here, we start talking early, share information, and get to know what is our problem as Kenyans. Shida yetu ni nini? We ran very well for almost 5 years. When it comes to elections, tunaanza kuangaliana, tunaanza kuona huyu ni kabila gani, huyu ni kabila gani. But for the last 4.5 years, we have no problem. So we need to dialogue as Kenyans, as young people. Like the Nico Kadi, how can you drive away this issue of tribalism in Kenya so that we live as one people? When we have athletics and Kenyans are representing us in those international competitions, when a Kenyan wins, we all celebrate. Suppose Kenya was in the World Cup and a Kenyan scores. So tunafurahi wote. Na kwa nini tukifika elections, we lose that being a Kenyan and we look at ourselves as different people. So we need to look at that keenly. We need to do a lot of civic education. What is going on now? Let us share information. Let us talk. Have more meetings until we get to understand where we are heading to as a country. Let the young people participate and tell us, what are we supposed to do? What is our problem? We have meetings with the marginalized group, political parties, so that we solve the problem of violence. We need to be very transparent in everything we are doing. In the political party nominations, we have to be very transparent because that is the source of problems. If there is no transparency in the nominations, it culminates now to the elections and more problems. So that is also another area which gives us a lot of issues. Accepting results. Hapo ndio mahali tuko. Accepting results. What is our problem? The moment somebody loses, anasema nini? Nimeibiwa. Hiyo ni kukataa results. Anasema hii results mimi siamini, kuna shida. Hapo umekawa katikati. Your supporters will say, kweli tumeibiwa. And it will bring more problems. So we want to be in a position whereby in some years to come, we have maturity in elections. When you lose, you say, nimekubali. Hapo nimekubali. I will try next time. Because you have accepted the processes up to the end. But some people, mtu akishindwa, hawezi kubali kwamba nimeshindwa. Anasema nini? Nimeibiwa. Hapo shida inaanza hapo. That is why we run elections very well. Up to the last day, bora tu results itangazwe, shida yetu inaanzia hapo. And it becomes a problem to all of us. So we want to discuss how can we reach there as a country whereby we accept the results and we continue. So when we have issues of not accepting results of something, now when it comes to elections, we have a low turnout. Watu wengi wanaogopa. 2022, we had 22.2 million registered voters. Those who voted, 14 million. Those who never voted, 8 million. And the difference between the first and the second was 233,000 votes. Are you seeing that? So the turnout comes as a result of fear. What will happen after this? Even some people relocate From Eldoret, before elections, 2 days, unaona watu wanapanda magari wanaenda. Sema, hatujui the outcome of these elections. Because of fear of violence. So it is upon all of us to tibu hii shida ya violence, so that when it comes to elections, you are confident wherever you are, kwamba I'll vote my choice and nothing will happen. Another thing also, when there is violence, it limits people participation. Women will shy away. Ukiona hii mambo ya kunism, coons everywhere. Mtu anasema, wacha tu mimi nikae, sitawezana. Young people will shy away because they fear the outcome. BWDs will say, sasa kama ni hivyo, mimi nitaweza kweli? They will shy away. So we want to, as much as possible, eradicate this issue of violence as a country, so that each and every person has equal opportunity in participating. Another thing, when we have violence, now the issue of trust comes in. The issue of trust. As IEBC unasikia mtu anasema sasa, mtu huyu amepita tayari. Ati so and so amepita tayari, so hata hakuna haja ya kuvote. Amepita wapi? Are you getting that? So from your own hesabu yako anasema hata hakuna haja ya kuvote. Huyu ameenda. And we have not even started. So that notion should be out of us and trust our systems. And I was telling another group, sisi kama IBC tumepata hiyo shida ya kusema nimeibiwa, wizi or something like that. Sometimes unauliza mtu tumekuibia kwa njia gani? Wangapi wamekuwa clerks kwa elections clerks? POs, poll officials wala wamefanya wangapi? Asante sana, ni mko wengi. Umekuwa presiding officer, umekuwa clerk, whichever. You know our systems. We take 4 days training our clerks, presiding officers, to understand the systems. And after the elections, kila moja anafanya kazi yake. But at the end of the day, we still say, nimeibiwa. Are you getting that? The presiding officers wale wako hapa, wale umefanya kazi, hata wewe mwenyewe unashinda iliibiwa namna gani? Haje. Mimi kama returning officer, nangoje kwa tallying center. We train these people. And we have aspirants here. There is only one weakness which I want to share with you. And I told another group. If you are an aspirant, you are given the leeway to appoint agents to represent you. Sijui kuandika. So we tell them, number two, if you don't come with a person assisting you, the PO will assist you. But the agents must witness. They have to witness. Now, so many agents don't take the agents to the polling station. Agents, they don't take them there. So now you start complaining, niliibiwa, na ulipewa permission. So now, when we get a rock presiding officer in the polling station, and without agents, mtu akisema I'm voting A, he can mark B. Are you getting that? That is where the weakness is. And that is why we are urging aspirants, parties to have agents, so that we eliminate that kind of thing. But secret ballot, we have no problem. Everybody votes the way you want, and at the end of the day, we count in front of security, in front of agents, in front of observers. And now the results are announced at the polling station. And the agents are given a copy of the results. A copy is pasted on the door, and the original comes to the RO. And that is the same copy I will take for the presidential to Bomas. The same copy, like 34A, is scanned in the polling station and sent to IBC Bomas. And the bottle is open. Everybody can check. But at the end of the day, we start saying, what we said is only we call them provisional results, provisional. But the real results is the original form, which the national RO will use. But with all the Form 34A's original, hatutaki kuangalia, tunasema fungua nini? Fungua nini? And these are the forms. Are you getting that? We are using the original forms for declaration. Unapewa uangalie. Lakini wanasema hapana, sitaki kuona, fungua ile kitu. Are we getting there? So that is where we really wish that we shall reach a level whereby we trust our systems. We trust our systems, we trust our people, so that at the end of the day, we run our elections without any problem. Okay. The next thing is governance in elections. Which kind of governance do we require so that at the end of the day, we trust the systems? One, we must be having strong institutions. Strong institutions. We need to trust our judiciary. We need to trust IBC, strong institutions, our security system, so that you know, judiciary wakiongea, you trust. IBC tukifanya kazi yetu, you have to trust. Security team wakifanya kazi yao, we trust. That one will help us prevent violence because we trust our institutions. The moment you don't trust our institutions, hata mtu akipeleka kitu kotini, wanasema, we know, sisi tunajua. We know the results. Are you getting that? So if you know the results, you will not trust our institutions. Hapo inatuletea shida. Again, we need the rule of law. Let us have the laws guiding us, take us forward as a country. The rule of law. Let's do things the right way so that once we get any information from the judiciary, from the law systems, it is okay. Accountability for all of us. We have to be accountable. Our leaders must be accountable for their duties. One problem is that when somebody is elected, now issues starts from there. Issues starts there. You are not accountable to your electorates. There are issues of how finance are being used. That kind of thing also creates problems, such that you are elected, within 6 months, watu wamechoka na wewe. Wanasema huyu atolewe. Why? The way the leadership of our leaders should also account themselves for us to trust them. Transparency is very important for all of us. IEBC, we try our level best to be transparent, invite stakeholders to our meetings. We have several meetings up to the last minute. We want everything to be very clear, but the mistrust is still behind us. Looking forward to a day when you lose, for my KSS elections 2022, I was happy because the person who was the second person conceded and said, Aro, mimi nimepoteza na nimekubali. I was so happy that you trusted the system. Unajua makosa yako ulipoteza kwa wapi. Tukienda namna hiyo, then we shall mature. And lastly, we avoid conflict management. Conflicts. If we manage conflicts in our management, it will help us eradicate violence. The last part is civic participation. civic participation is educating our people on several areas. When it comes to voting in elections, we train our people until they understand. There are quite a number of rejected ballots. Rejected ballots. You wonder, in a polling station, there are maybe 20, 50 rejected. How? And it is only marking. Just a tick. So civic education will help us understand when it comes to marking. So we want you young people, when we employ voter educators, ORBP also employs monitors. All these teams, NGOs who said, Uraya, apply for those jobs so that you educate our people, so that we avoid these issues of making small mistakes. Can you imagine in a polling station, there are maybe 100 rejected. And when we tally the results, the winner wins by maybe 10. Those are the things taking us to court. Ati waliniharibia kura. And it is a secret ballot. How? Unasema hii watu wame and it is our own people. So even the aspirants, it is not only IEBC, it is not only even aspirants, you have to take time to educate your supporters on how to mark. Those aspirants, wanaenda mahali wanaona hapa sipati kitu. Anaanza kudanganya raia kwamba hapa kama hamutaki mimi weka X. Weka tu X. Na mwenye unapenda weke tick. Siyo kitu imekwisha. Si imeenda hivyo. So people go to the ground and give this information. They know it is wrong. Lakini anataka kukuharibia kura zako in a strongholds. Akifika kwake anasema mimi muniweke tick. Msiweke mara mbili. Mutaniharibia. So those are some of the concepts we really talk of for the civic education. When it comes to voter registration, it is the same thing. Tunapembeleza vijana kuregister. Asanteni because of the Niko card. Some young people can come to the office. Anakuja na ID. Na anasema haro niko naye lakini I will not register. Kwa nini ulikuja mpaka hapa? Kwa nini ulikuja mpaka hapa? Anausema I will not register. Unataka nini sasa? Tukusaidie aje? So the Niko card helped us so much because now everybody was struggling, everybody was doing this. Unajiuliza why? Na wasasi wako na anajua mtoto hajaregister na ashughuliki na aseme kitu. So tusaidiane hapo. The importance of registering and also voting. We talk of also maintaining elections, monitoring elections. Once you have the information, now it is easier for you to monitor. It is easier for you to see. Ukipeleka polling station, you know the process. You understand. When you sit there as an observer, you know from here it goes like this up to the end. So once you get the information, it will become very easy. So civic education is very important. When we have such forums, it helps us. Where you are not sure, please ask. You are our agents, wherever you, in your counties. Go have some meetings and educate the young people so that they get to understand their processes. Kuna mwingine anasema, sasa hakuna haja tupige kura kesho. Ule jamaa ashaenda. So hakuna haja. So hata msijitokeze, nyinyi kaeni. Sio kitu umeharibia. People use funny tactics. In some areas where there may be bandits, issues of cattle rustling. Munaona huyu jamaa ako strong huko. Wanamkia ng'ombe ya watu usiku. Nikupeleka mbali. Sasa ukiamka hakuna ng'ombe, utaenda kupiga kura ama utafuata ng'ombe? Sasa ukifuata ng'ombe mpaka saa 11, si imeisha? I'm telling you, issues of elections iko na mambo mengi. A lot of tactics, a lot of evil things, but we really want, that is why we have multi-sectoral arrangement. The security people come in, IBC, ORBP, whichever group, media, so that we sort out those issues. Another issue is, now what are the benefits of this civic education? When we talk to people, we have peaceful elections because you are dealing with people who understands. It becomes peaceful because you know, when I participate like this, things goes like that. So we shall enjoy peace because we get to understand. When I came to Wasingishu, I was posted to Keses. Before I started, people told me, hey, Darling, sende yako ni wapi? I told them the Chiptiret, akasema, whoa, aro pole. Hapo ni hotspot. Wapi watu wa Keses? Watu wa Keses? Ni hivyo. So nikaambiwa, hamisha hiyo Darling Center from Mali hapo. Because hapo ni hotspot. Sasa nitahamisha wapi? Hapo ni katikati ya constituency. So I took a lot of time in civic education. Tulifanya mikutano nyingi with the aspirants, with the agents, with everybody, kila mtu. Tuliongea ya kutosha. We had several meetings. Uliza maswali yako. Uliza kila kitu. And at the end of the day, even the principal, mwenye alikuwa wakati huo, I told him, utusaidie na viti. Akasema, aro, tafuta viti zako. Hapa mambo ni mbaya, wanafunja viti yote. Hata madirisha walifunja. But through sharing with the people, we did elections and it was the most peaceful. So when we came back of. So the importance of sharing, having information with people. Information is power. Information is power. So let us share. Wherever you are in your constituency, in your county, have several meetings. We really encourage this. Let people get to understand. Yesterday I was in a meeting, ORBB meeting, and we were dealing with political parties. The kind of questions they were asking me, nikaona kumbe watu waelewi. Kumbe watu wengi waelewi. Wananiambia RO, nyinyi mmetuharibia kabisa. Hata mambo ya party list. Kwa nini nyinyi muangalie vizuri? Sisi tunaangalia party list. Sisi ni party kweli? Sisi ni party. So unaambiwa angalia list ile unaletewa vizuri. Tunawaeleza hiyo si kazi yetu, hiyo ni kazi ya party. Hiyo inaitwa party list. Na mwenye anasema hivyo ni mtu alicontest. Na elewe hii party list inatoka wapi. So that means we really require a lot of further education. Watu waelewe because they don't know their rights. Ikifika mambo ya nominations, independent candidates, when you are dealing with a party, you will require a proposer and a seconder and the other details. When you are independent candidate, you also need a proposer and seconder, but you must get supporters, 500 supporters from that ward. Hao wanachukua hiyo form, wanaenda stage, wanachukua vijana, sema muni support. Wanaandika majina, ID number, nini, kila kitu, wanatuletea. Wakati wa nomination, we run. Out of 500, only 150 registered. 350, not registered. Can you go back, tafuta watu? Go back, tafuta watu. Anaenda mpaka anakukasirikia haro. Wacha kunitesa. Hii ni mateso. Bila chuki. Nani ametesa mwingine? So that kind of understanding. Even political parties. Mtu anakuja from, let's say from ODM. Amelete proposal wake. Tukisearch ni Wakanu. Sekonda yake CCM. How? Hii watu wanakupropose na kusekond ni watu gani? Go back. So there's a lot of learning for all of us. So that if you are an aspirant, wangapi watasimama 2027? Yes, nimeona watu ni wengi. So it is very important to understand everything so that usikuwe na shida. Okay, it will increase public oversight. I think I've mentioned that. Another thing is supporting accountability, strengthens community-based peace influence. Once we have the knowledge, everything runs very well. So I encourage all of you, those with interest with elections, to attend some of these forums. Attend the forums, get to listen, learn something. At the end of the day, you'll be able to make the right decisions. Thank you so much. I know my time is over. Thank you.
All right. Do you need us to ask questions now, or we'll come later to the plenary session? Right now? Tusonge tukisonga. All right. Let's take maybe two, sindio? All right. First of all, how was the presentation? Let's appreciate the gentleman from IEBC. All right. So you raise up your hand. I'll pick one from the lady in front here and the gentleman. All right.
Good morning. Firdaus, I'm from Lamu County, that is County 005. Mine is not a question, it's just a request to IEBC. You talk about civic education, which is good, but we Kenyans, we always love last minute. What tunasema last minute can save a man. Na ndiposa civic education haifanyiki mpaka tuone election period inakaribia. Of which we Kenyans tunasahau zile procedure huwa tunashughulika na mambo mengine. So my request is at least you allocate a budget for the civic education docket, and then you hire an employee permanently so that you do civic education yani masaa yote continuously. Musifanye mpaka election inakaribia ndio sasa watu wanafanywa civic education. Watu wakipotea ama ile period ikiisha tunasahau. Cause tuko na mambo mingi. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Allow me to direct this way. We'll have a session of interaction. So kindly, if you have a question concerning IBC, just write it down somewhere so that we'll refer to them once we arrive there. Sawa sawa? Yeah. Alafu niombe tafadhali, I've seen all the seats here have been occupied. Please, we still have so many guests who are here to join us. Nitaomba tu kama tunaweza songa nyuma kidogo tafadhali. Yeah. Wenye mko huko msiko na wasiwasi. Hawa ndio watatoka waende, si ndio? Please. Tafadhali. Lakini my youth. Guests wakae nyuma. Hey, my youth, nyinyi fire. Nyinyi ndio guest. Ni siku ya my youth. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are yet to be joined by the person who is in charge of youth in Kenya, the Honorable Principal Secretary Fikirini. Are you ready to receive him? Wow. We are also going to be joined by His Excellency the Deputy Governor was in Gishu County with a host of leaders coming together with them. So watakuja kukaa hapa mbele. Lakini wengine nyinyi ndio mko. Sawa. All right. Allow me to bring on stage the second person giving a presentation today concerning peace during electioning period as well. Benedictus Rono from National Democratic Institute. I know all of us, we understand about IEBC. Who understands anything about NDI Kenya? Now, that is the reason why you need to pay a lot of attention at this point. If you are paying attention for this presentation, clap once. Karibu sana Benedictors.
All right. Thank you so much. And I feel sad that no one knows NDI, but I'm also happy that I'm here to talk about NDI. My brother has really spoken most of what I was going to say, so I'll try so much not to repeat what he said. As he's introduced me, I'm Benedictus Rono. I work for the National Democratic Institute. And because no one knows NDI, I'm surprised. Even my brother, and we work with IBC, but at the national level. So NDI works across the world to strengthen democratic institutions. I will give them a minute to sort out the issue. Yeah.
Ipeperushwe juu sana, bendera yetu Kenya ipeperushwe juu sana. Trio mio, sisi wa Kenya tunawe.
Yeah. Are we together now? Yeah, they're sorting out issues, but we can continue because of time. Okay. we are peaceful citizens, right? Yeah, so NDI, National Democratic Institute, works across the world. Should we continue? Okay, sawa. We work to strengthen democratic institutions such as the IBC, Parliament, county assemblies, and political parties. We work to promote citizen participation in decision-making processes such as the budget-making process, voting. We also promote accountable governance. Once we have people in power, we work with them to ensure that they are delivering on their mandate. And we also promote inclusive politics, where we promote youth participation, women participation, and people living with disability. But I have one question. Youth, tuko wangapi Kenya? We have a population of 58 million, and the youth comprises 43 million. Why are we still talking about inclusive? Yet the youth are the majority. Sorry? You're not given the opportunities. Okay, the structures are not inclusive, right? But right now, because we have the numbers and we are knowledgeable, we are working towards getting those opportunities. And that's why we work as NDI with the youth to encourage them to participate in processes that encourage them to be included in decision-making processes. And lastly, we work towards peaceful electoral processes. And I believe that's why we were invited here, and we are very grateful. We've worked in the past with the National Youth Council, but here we are going to be talking about elections. Since my brother talked a lot about what I was going to talk, I will try and avoid repeating, but also engage you more on some of the issues that I think should be guiding us on. So why do elections matter beyond voting? Elections are not only about choosing leaders. They are about building trust between citizens and institutions. And I think we've been told how IBC has been making efforts to ensure that they build trust among the citizens. The truth is, Kenyans have been complaining about, trusting government institutions. Mara ni judiciary, no one really trusts the judiciary, the elections, and he has explained what efforts they've made to build trust. And I think if we sit down and look at things critically, we can see that there's efforts being made. Let's talk about some of the credible processes. We didn't have a commission for a long time. But when it came to constituting one, see, hizo positions zilikuwa advertised. There was a very clear and transparent process of how they were recruited. I don't know whether you know that, but it was there. First, the qualifications were there. The shortlisting was done. Interviews were done on TV. What else do we want as Kenyans? So I believe the IBC has tried in efforts in building trust. Do you know that the voter register is audited? Isn't it? Do you know that? Because a lot of times people say we have dead people voting. But the truth is the register is actually voted. The work may not be, of course there's always going to be loopholes, but there are efforts towards making these processes credible. And I think I also talked about transparent institutions. But one thing I will stand here and nitete IBC. There's an issue of budget. Right now, the country is not doing very well financially. So, of course, there is limitations in terms of budget. You can imagine IBC has to work across 47 counties. Mpaka uko mashinani. But where is the money? Right now, we are having a lot of problems with the money, and that's why we are borrowing a lot. And maybe later I'll talk about public debt, because NDI has also been working around that. So, we also have informed citizens. Who is happy with the way Kenyans are participating these days? In finance bill conversations, public debt conversations, budget conversations. This has not been seen in the past. I think this is around the third year now, since 2024. We are seeing more and more informed Kenyans. And as we go towards the 2027 elections, I think we'll have a more informed citizen. So it will be very difficult to influence the decisions of Kenyans. He also talked about acceptance of lawful outcomes, and I think I don't need to explain that. So, but for us to understand electoral violence, can we take a step back to previous elections? I don't know how many of us have voted before in the past. I'm a see what an emergency. I can see my millennials, my fellow millennials over here. So what do you think caused violence in the instances that we faced violence? What are some of the causes that we had? I don't want to talk. Any takers? Yes, sir? Yes. Mm-hmm. When you say transparency, what do you mean?
Kwa hizi zingine za chini huku hivi, mara nyingi huwa inatangazwa kwa polling station. Lakini tukifika kwa national na zile zinapelekwa tallying center, hapo ndio shida ukua. Whereby kuna somebody ambaye anataka atangazwe, ana mobilize certain group of people waende wasimame pale kwa polling center. Wakati bado wanafanya hesabu, wanaanza celebration. At the moment wanaanza celebration, mnanisikia? Kwanza naitwa Rambo. Nimesema naitwa nani? Rambo from Wasingishu. So, number one ni transparency. Kuna kuanga na coordinated plan between the IBC officers, some, not all of them, some IBC officers. Then, during the tallying, hapo kwa tallying center, tuanze kwa vitu za governor, na tuende juu. Hata kuna wakati tuliprotect yetu sana hapa hivi. Kuna kuwa na coordinated people, wanasimama pale kwa tallying center. Wakati tallying inaendelea, they start celebration. Wakicelebrate mtu wao ameshinda, na bado tallying inaendelea, hesabu yote haijatoka. Automatically, watu watajua ameshinda. Result ikuja itangazwe, the real result about of who is winner. Lazima kutakuwa na war. Ya pili, ni national pale juu. Wakati unasikia form 34A imepotea, form 34B imepotea, unasikiza forms zinafanywa tallying pale hivyo kwa national, Tallying Center huko Bomas, Bomas, wacha niseme tu Bomas juu mnajua ni Bomas. Forms zenye zinafanywa tallying ukiangalia vizuri mnapata zenye wanafanyia tallying zenye hazina signatures za nini? Za hawa wanaitwa aje? POs, agents na unaona? So hapo ndo kuna kuanga na shida mara mingi. IBC mnatuangushanga in one way or another, lakini I hope with your institution usiwatetee sana, strengthen it. Sawa. Vijana mpo?
Okay.
Mko kadi, si ndio?
Yeah.
Mko kadi, si ndio?
Yeah.
Lazima tutaweka mtu ama tutoe mu? Haiko sawa.
But we are doing that in an informed manner. Yeah. So we will work towards supporting IBC. They are our friends. So also ethnic mobilization. And we are seeing this coming back. Na tulikuwa tumekataa kama my youth, my Gen Z. You guys had said you're partyless, leaderless, and everything. But now we are seeing political leaders already talking about, you know, ethnicity, what way to, Rima, or what. But I think we need to stand against that because that's the one that's going to possibly cause election violence. But what do we support then? We support issue-based politics. What are the issues that are affecting Kenyans? What are the problems? What are the policy suggestions that you're bringing on board? Now that's what we are going to promote in the next elections. There's hate speech and misinformation. I think this has been used to create divides and therefore leading to conflict. Youth unemployment and political manipulation, this is what we've observed in the past. But I don't believe in 2027 the youth will be used. Mtaitikia kutumiwa? Apana. Let's say no to being used and manipulated. Let's ask our aspirants, what are you going to do to enable me get a job? And not a job ya mjengo. Mimi nimeenda university. I want a meaningful job. What are you doing to bring investors so that they create jobs? Those are the questions we need to be asking. So I am trying to skip my notes to avoid repetition. And I think for me, instead of now repeating what he said, I want to talk briefly on what NDI has been able to do to help address the issue of violence towards elections. So lately we've been working to support issue-based politics. And issue-based politics, how? We've done this in a consortium where different partners were dealing with different issues. I want to talk about the issue of public debt. Right now we are at 12 point something trillion in debt. Who has a million shillings here? Imagine if you have a million shillings vile utakuwa umefika. So imagine 12 trillion shillings in debt. And right now the current budget has also, there's going to be a huge deficit that will depend on borrowing. So what we are encouraging is issue-based politics. When 2027 comes and you're engaging your leaders, talk to them, ask them, what are you planning to do to help us address the issue of public debt so that we have more money left for services, more money left for health, more money left for education. Because right now a huge chunk is going to service public debt. We've worked to support inclusive politics. And when we talk about inclusive politics, what do I mean? We work with political parties to encourage youth political participation. How can youth be included in decision-making structures within the political parties? I know most of the young people right now have no love for political parties. But the truth is, as a practitioner in the space, it's always easier to get elected when you're in an organized group. So choose a political party that you feel comfortable in. And also you can also help reform the political parties from within. We've worked to promote women political participation as well. I think one of the major issues that we've had is violence against women, both physical and digital. Kenyans are very good with online engagements. We have access to smartphones, we have access to, I think, data and all that. And information passes very fast. And we've seen these platforms, online platforms, being used to discourage and attack women who are participating in politics. It's used to drag them, embarrass them. It's used to insult them. And of course, this also discourages their participation in politics. Also, inclusive politics, we've worked towards encouraging the participation of people living with disabilities, and of course, ensuring that the voting process also accommodates their challenges. I think the other important issue that my brother talked about is having polling agents. We work with political parties to train their political party agents. You can imagine how we are a very democratic nation. Kenyans love politics. I don't know how many of you have seen some of our ballot papers. Ukishikilia hivi, hata ni refu kuniliko. Because we have so many aspirants. So at times we are not able to have candidates agents. You can imagine all of them having agents. It will be difficult. So at times the parties choose to bring their own agents to observe the elections for them. So what we do is take the training, the agents through a training, and we work closely with IEBC, go around the country and ensure that the party agents are well trained so that they know what they are observing, and they have a checklist that they will use to ensure that they record everything that is taking place within the day, from the opening of the polling station to the closing. We also support citizen observation, and we work through, there's an institution called ELOG, Election Observation Group. This is a group of civil society organizations that brings together partners to observe elections across the country. So what we introduced was something called the parallel voter tabulation. So when at the constituency level, the results are announced, we're able to record that. So that when you do the tally, you see where is the variation. Is it very big or not? So that way you're able to assess whether an election has been credible or not. We work to support public participation in decision-making processes, especially in budget making, of course, in, through voter education as well, and encouraging the people to come out and vote. Of course, elections does not just end at the ballot. I feel like at times we forget, beyond elections, we have people you've elected. They go to parliament to represent us. So we need to continue engaging with our elected representatives to hold them accountable. Because, and I wish we could flip the conversation. Unajua tunawaita waheshimiwa, yet, they are our employees. We have given them a responsibility to represent us. So I think it's important that we continue engaging them to be able to represent us, so that we don't have the case like the 2024 protests. Because we have them representing us. So I will leave you with a parting shot. So the strength of Kenya's democracy will not only be measured by who wins elections, but by whether citizens can participate freely, institutions remain trusted, and political competition happens without violence. So thank you very much. I hope I didn't take much of your time. I did not want to repeat myself, but thank you and happy to be here.
Sana bendera yetu Kenya ipeperushwe juu 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 sana. Trio mio sisi wa Kenya tunaweza juu sana.
Wow, thank you very much. Let's appreciate Benedictors in a special way. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. All right, I see we are still having some sitting arrangement positions. Si tumalize hii kitu once and for all, si ndio? Kama ni kusonga tusonge tu mara moja once and for all. so that tusiwasumbue tena. DJ, you can continue the music at the background.
Tutamu kuona vijana wajenga nchi juu sana. Bendera yetu Kenya ipeperushwe juu sana. Sisi wa Kenya tunaweza Kenya kutana tena.
All right. I think we are good now. God is good. Kama tuko pamoja kabisa, nipungie mkono hivi tafadhali, if you are together, if you are still concentrating. Kuna watu pale bado kidogo, bado mikono juu, clap for yourself. Niulize hivi, whenever you hear the name West Pokot County, what comes to your mind? Huh? Nini yo? Bandits. What else? Cultural dance. Ile dance ingine inakwanga, si ndio? What else do we know about West Pokot County? Kichana fupi? Professor of mathematics. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many things we don't know about West Pokot. And that's why we have our friends from West Pokot here today. And if you thought when you hear about West Pokot, you think of banditry and anything bad on matters in security. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, West Pokot is one of the most peaceful counties in Kenya. Let's appreciate West Pokot tafadhali. And on that note, allow me to invite here for the session that we've been all waiting for, the interactive session. And I'll request that during this session, let's be objective, let's be positive, let's interact in a good way, tusirusha macheche, sindio? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Winnie Tomko, all the way from the land of hidden treasures, 024, West Pokot, Sikkim Peace Network for Development. Karibu sana Winnie. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali. Ama afanye kale ka dance kidogo. DJ, uko na nini ya West Pokot hapo? Hebu weka kidogo. Watu wa West Pokot mko wapi? Tuko DJ. Makofi kidogo.
Temelo. Yarakalia.
Sila network, twende kazi.
Najua kuna kitu mnangoja. Kuna kitu mnangoja. Si ndio? Fanya hiyo kitu. Asante DJ. Thank you. Karibu sana Winnie from West Pokot.
Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ. Woza. Vijana woza. Asante. So, thank you very much for this opportunity. I am grateful. We've had the reflections and I'm glad. I want to thank Mr. Matthew from the IEBC and Madam Benedictas from the NDI. Wametufunza kidogo, si ndio? Mimi hata sikuwa najua kumbe wakisema mark 2 ni kuharibia mtu. Kumbe niyo ndo propaganda tunauziwa huku nje, si ndio? Na hatujakubali lakini ni vile hatujui, si ndio? Now we know. So I'm glad because now we have begun the conversation and I'm happy that you guys expressed interest in interacting, and so allow me now to open this session for us to bring the questions, the reflections and also the comments, ndio? Si kuna kitu tunataka kuambia NDI? So where the mics kindly. So I want us to do this the old school way. Wewe inua tu mkono kama uko na jambo na mic iko karibu na wewe. Hello? Yes, there's a hand over here. Excuse me. Ndio ile mkono.
Thank you. I'm Bwire Thomas from Busia County. Mine is a question on IBC about auditing their register. We all understand that actually is not done regularly. Unapata wakati inafika, they are doing it na wanapata over 92,000 dead voters. Why don't you actually work on multi-sectoral basis, like you have linkages, whereby when a death is reported, when you get that information, you remove that person from the register, so that we avoid wasting a lot of time and resources, and also actually the public confidence is actually like it goes down on that body. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, there is a second hand over here.
Good morning, all. My name is Victor Magdalinson from Nairobi, and I have a few, 2 questions to the IBC. And the first question is that they say that they don't want cameras while voting. Why? Because it's used for accountability, and we as Gen Zs, we make sure that hata kama niyo mkono tumepiga, so that wajue tumepiga picha. Another thing is about ile ya uzee. You said at least from 2010 or was it 2011 at the back, warudie kuchukua voter card. Sijaona mkipush hiyo kitu na imesahaulika hivyo, na tunataka how the dead people wakuwa wametolewa kwa system. Asanteni.
IBC still.
Yes.
You are the bone of contention. IBC. Server ina exist ama ya exist?
Atajibu.
And if server exists, mbona huwa inawashinda kufungua? Number 2, there is something my friend amesema hapa about the dead.
Yeah.
Hii mambo ya the dead ni rahisi sana. Fanya kazi na department yenye inaunda death certificate. Mtu akikufa, enda chukua picha ya death certificate, ingisha kwa system, toa hiyo ID kwa system, na itakuwa kitu yenye itakuwa imemalizika. Alafu ya mwisho,
thank you very much.
My sister ameongea hapa kitu kingine muhimu sana, Madam Benedict ameongea akisema kwa that youths should at least join a political party, because the political party ndio pali decision huwa inamekiwa. Ukienda kwa county, kwa assembly, tunakuanga na majority and minority. Majority iko na party leader, si ndio? Minority pia iko na party leader. Tuliona finance bill ilipitishwa na vijana tumejaa nje ya parliament, kumaanisha kuna somebody mwenye alikuwa na influence mambo ya kupitisha finance bill. Inamaanisha there is a party leader somewhere. Wenye vijana tungekuwa kwa hizi parties na tupeleke to channel our grievances through the party, wangezifikisha mapema. So let us join political parties so that wakati election inakuja, we also have a voice as the youth.
Thank you.
Mungetuitia hata the ORPP wakuwa hapa, watuambie ni youth wangapi wako kwa system ya ORPP.
Sawa.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much. Another hand, a lady this time. Allow me to now be biased. Yes, there's a lady in red right behind there.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Irene To, aspirant to Lwetu Yacht Ward.
Karibu.
Nataka kuuliza hivi. Venye Rambo amesema to join hizi the parties. But ni ukweli. Basa hizi venye vijana tunasema tuko kadi, ni kweli tuko kadi. But hii kadi, unajua saa hizi vijana wengi waende barabara si shida zao. But nataka tu niseme hivi. Through you, your channels, na the current government, Ruto is our president. Na hakuna siku tunapewa chances hata kuongea na president. Na nataka hivi, kama kuna uwezekano, youth, kama hii sasa ya women rep, tutengewe seats ya youth. Moja tu kabisa. So that, huyu youth akituangusha, sisi tunamwendea na tunamtoa. Kwa sababu saa hizi tuko na powers. Asante.
Thank you, thank you. There's another lady right behind you, sir. Yes. Nitakupea. Chillax.
Gertrude from
This is our
County.
Time.
My question goes to IBC. Mbona kupeleka material kwa polling station ni rahisi, voting material, but kurudisha kwa tallying center shida inatokea. And what are you going to do about that?
Thank you very much. I'm guided, kindly. Let's take one question here. Yes. Leta mic huku. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, my name is Eliud To from Tarbo. Okay, I understand that each polling station, there is no interpreter or somebody to guide person with disabilities. So, is there a way that you can include somebody to guide people with disability there?
Thank you very much. That is a question on disability. Yes. Ni wewe. Tulia. Acha pressure. Okay, let's get that question.
Okay, mimi niko na shida moja na IBC. That time tulikuwa tunafanya VRC huko kwa ground. Actually
Ongeza sauti.
Okay.
Yes.
That time tulikuwa tunafanya registration of voters. I was among the VRCs. So niliumia kwa ground, alafu hapa hivi tukaambiwa tunalipwa sija certain amount per day. Alafu ikafika time tunalipwa, mnatulipa 38k instead of 45k. Alafu sasa mnashinda mnasema at SG and SSF KRA, how much does KRA charge? Because over 8,000, like okay, I add up. Saizi tuko ma comprehensive ni Kenyans, uchumi na tumaliza hapa hivi mnakata over 8,000, like I add up. Alafu hapa hivi tumekuja hapa hivi the event managers and planners. Hapa hivi tumekaa hapa hivi ajisikia hata story about the lady amekuwa akiongelea about the NDI. Hapa hivi tumesumbuliwa tunaambia msonge nyuma. So hata hizo story nimesikia hapa. The only thing nimesikia hapa ni hivi trillions. Ameongelea trillions peke yake ndio nimesikia peke yake. So I think if the session inaendelea kama unatuongelesha, tebu ambia ama planners wa nyamaza wakae chini kwanza. Ndio mwenye anafika waenda akae huko nyuma bana.
Sawa.
Yeah, thank you.
That feedback is well received. Thank you. So I'm picking only 3 questions now and then we can have the first round of responses. Na kama swali imeulizwa, please tusirudie. Sawa? Okay. So one here, there's a lady here, the gentleman. Then one will be here. So my lady, you have to wait. One will be from this side and one from this side. Kindly.
Thank you. This is Kibele Kenya from Narok. My first question is to the IBC. Article 89 of the Constitution mandates the body to do boundary review after every 8 to 12 years. And from the last time that has been done is beyond 12 years. So what is the reason it has never been done? And what are you doing to make sure that you comply with the constitutional regulations? The second question is not necessarily the question, but the issue with public participation, as has been mentioned by, I think, the lady who spoke the second. The issue with public participation is really very pertinent. But the problem is in this country is we do it for formality reasons. We can have this all sitting here, engage the people, but do not consider. The government does not really consider their views. They just do it to comply or to do it the formalities. The last thing is the issue with I think, I don't know whether it was the lady or the gentleman who spoke the first, who mentioned that youth in this country are 43 million. That's actually a lie. The fact is we are only 29% because she included maybe the children, and the youth is between 18 and 34. So I think it is also good to clarify on that issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This side, there's one person here. Kindly, the mic should be running.
Okay, thank you. My name is Masinde. I'm from Webuye. Actually, the two presentations were good, but mostly those two sectors have good policies, yes. But now when it comes to grassroots implementation of those policies, kindly there's nothing more going on in those grassroots. Like kuna policies mzuri tuko nazo. When, like for us youths, most of us here we are like learned. We understand what it is. But now when it comes to those people, the voters outside, believe me, most of them like walikuwa roughly around 90%. Wale system ya kitambo. They don't have that knowledge. Like see, tunaweza soma zile PDFs or whatever, we can understand from it. But sasa swali yangu ni kwa IBC pale constituency offices. Kama ni vigumu sana, like we have volunteers, we have interns working. Okay, we have interns working on those offices and volunteers are there. Also we have the administrative. Mbona wasitupe kazi, like most of us, like I believe to go from those in constituencies. Like kama tumepewa hiyo kazi, we can assist those people like who understand. When it comes to biometrics like identifications. Unajua akikuja haelewi, but most of them anaweza kuja ako polling station fulani ambiwe enda mahali fulani. Like that transportation cost. Ikianza like akuja leo ambiwe uka hapa, like amekuja saa 2 aende mahali fulani, like uko hapo. Ata end up not voting.
So what is the suggestion?
My suggestion is like
yes,
to involve us youths from there. Be it volunteers, interns, or like just a small portion on the budget. To at least put hold from those. We have knowledge, we can educate them. By that, we'll be also improving us.
Thank you. Isn't that our civic right though? But IBC, take that into account. So I want one person from this side, preferably from the back. Watu wa nyuma hamna maswali ama mmekuja late? Walikuja late? Let's have this lady. So we will take you on the second round. Thank you.
My name is Chelagat Masidezi Machichim. I am from an organization called Youth for Kenya 2027 Uasin Gishu chapter. My question or rather suggestion goes straight to IBC. There appears to be a gap, a disconnect between Wananchi and IBC and the electoral process. That is because especially with the millennials wanaogopa nyinyi IBC na electoral process. I think from traumas from 1990 that we don't know of. Lakini sasa nyinyi pia mnajua mnaogopwa na millennials na wazazi wetu. Na mumekataa kutu-involve sisi vijana. You know, mkiongelea voter education bila ku-involve a youth, hakuna kitu utafanya because they'll not even come to those events. So please, sisi tuko na information, tunapick information na mkitufunza tutaenda kudispense that information uko kwa watu wetu. Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. So swali ni muko kadi ama ni historia jaba? Tuko kadi. So we have had the questions. I think IBC and NDI, I want to invite you to take the first round of questions so that we can take the second round. As they come, I think I am getting it that we are responsible also. And we want to be involved in these spaces. Sindio? Inclusion ndo kitu tunataka. So allow IBC to respond to those questions.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your questions. The first question was about auditing of the register. Auditing of the register. Auditing of the register is done before elections to clean the register. And cleaning the register is not done by IBC. They contract other firms. Like for 2022, it is the KBMG who assisted us in cleaning the register. And they liaise with other organizations like registration of persons. Now, I have heard you people talk of mutu akikufa tu sumutoe. My friend, ukitoa mtu kwa register without documentation ya kuonyesha death certificate, burial permit, which is issued by the registration of persons. If that person, ukitoa mtu na akuja aseme anaona kwa register ni deceased and he is alive, aende kotini, mwenye amemtoa fine is 10 million. 10 million. Sasa, if you are not sure utatoa huyo mtu. Elewa sheria. So, we liars with the registration of persons. Nyinyi, go to other communities. Mtu amekufa usiku, asubuhi ameenda. No burial permit, nothing. Na wanasema, Mungu amlase roho yake, mahali pema, peponi. Ukiuliza document sema usitukumbushe hii maneno yako. Unataka uende. So, the issue of cleaning the register is there. But let me tell you one thing. Our register will never be 100%. Because we close the register 60 days to elections. Now 60 days, hatutapoteza mtu. Are you getting that? So, as IEBC, we follow the law. Get the documentation, they give to our offices, and we clean the register. So wacha niwaambie, kutoa mtu kwa register without any document, wacha rumors. Hata chief akuja seme, huyo tulimsika. Wapi? My friend, huwezi mtoa. So, those are the challenges we are facing as IEBC. Very few people report deaths or bring to documentation. So, that is our challenge. But we are trying our best. I think that one is okay. But to clear the air, you know what the documents we are using for registration, and also we capture biometrics. So you hear people saying dead people fought. Let me assure you, as you enter a polling station, they'll ask you for your ID, and using the KIMS kit, they identify you using your biometrics. Once you are identified, then you proceed and issue to the ballot papers and you vote. Now, huyu mtu amekufa atakujaje kwa polling station? How is that person identified? So let me tell you, this is the story which happened from 2007 going back, because there was no identification. Those years, 2007, mtu anaingia na ID, there's no biometrics, bora ametoa ID, wanaangalia register hii china iko, wanaangalia ID ni yake, ana proceed. But for now, that thing is over. Let me assure you. Jaribu, chukua ya dead person uingie huko. We jaribu tu mwenyewe, wakati wa election, na ujifanya ati unapeleka. My friend, utajikuta kwa chela. Okay. Mwingine ameongea kuhusu kamera. Kwa nini tunakatazwa kamera? In our constitution, it is a secret ballot. What is secret ballot? It is you to make a decision in the ballot booth. Now, by capturing, unataka utumie nani? Those are where we get violence. Are you getting that? Mimi nikipika picha yako, ama mwingine achukue yako, aseme Rambo amekula pesa ya A, lakini amepotea C na atume. Utabake? Utaama kwako, si ndio? So, hata ukienda kanisa wanasema, ile pesa unatoa sadaka, mkono ya kushoto isichue ile. Are you getting that? It is secret ballot. So, let me tell you, unless in future, nyinyi sasa mubatilishe katiba na kusema, unaweza chukua picha, unaweza fanya nini, but as of now, we follow the law. It is a secret ballot, and we must respect that. Kwa nini upige picha? Someone talked of those, there was an information about 2012 to re-register. The message was, there are people whose biometrics were not captured. Biometrics was not captured. Now, kuna watu walivote 2007 na ni ECK. Anaingia kwetu na kusema, mimi, kwa nini jina langu iko kwa register? Unamuuliza wewe ulivote ni mara ya mwisho 2007. Ambia, this register ilianza 2012 December. So we don't have your details. So wali register kitambo using a card. Ndi waliambia, come back to IEBC, check your details. Kama uja register, you are registered afresh. So that wale walipiga kura 2013, 2017, mambo yao ni sawa. We have no problem. So that when they come to the office, we ask them, have you voted? When? 2013, ambia mambo yako ni sawa, unapitisha, anaona ni sawa. So We are not saying we are starting afresh. It was only those who missed to be registered from 2012 to capture their biometrics were the ones given an opportunity to re-register afresh. Unajua Kenyans wanasoma a lot in an information. Wanasema, umesikia sasa? Mambo imeanza. Mambo imeanza. But it was... Okay. Gertrude asked a question about kupeleka materials to polling station na kurudisha ni shida. Number one, we release Kenyans a day before, in eve of the elections. We organize their transport na wanaenda polling station. As an RO, nawaambia, what I want is accuracy. Hakuna sawadi ya kuleta materials being number one with several errors. Because hiyo itakuwa petition. So, we are not the same. We are not the same. Mwingine atakuwa na haraka, mwingine atakuwa slow, but at the end of the day, wanaleta. Wakifika tallying center, and also you have to consider distances. Consider distances. It is not the same. One of my wards here is like 200 square kilometers. You go to Turkana, one ward is 4,000 square kilometers. You cannot expect them to bring results at the same time. But they all have vehicles, they have all the means, so there's something watu wajaelewa. For us to declare results, iko kwa constitution, it is 7 days. IEBC must have declared results maka presidential. So, watu kuchukua tallying center 1 or 2 or 3 days, it is within the law. Because of the accuracy. Mtu akikuja na errors kidogo, kotini, and we want to avoid that. So, the issue is to bring the results within the time. And lazima muelewe, mtu amesema kwa constituencies inakuwa haraka, national inakuwa na shida. The issue is distances. Mtu kutoka Lamu, mwingine kutoka Mandera, and the accuracy they want. And the results will only be released once the returning officer ameona the physical form is. Okay, I think that is clear. Mwingine amesema hakuna BWDs kwa polling station kusaidia watu. I told you earlier, anybody who requires assistance is allowed to bring someone to assist. They are allowed. Mtu akikuja na mtoto wake ama any other person, they are allowed. So that one is okay. You don't expect, we have 56,000 polling stations. 56,000. Employing 56,000, na pengine hapo, you are getting me. So maybe in the near future, if it is in the law kwamba lazima sikue namna hii, vile sasa tuko na mtu wa kuinterpret, it will be well and good. We have no problem with that. Mwingine ameongea, VRC amesema alifanya kazi. Asante kwa kufanya kazi na ukatusaidia. Hiyo tunashukuru sana. Unajua upate kazi you must apply, si ndio? You must apply na uwe registered voter. Sisi tunapeana kazi, tuna advertise, watu wana apply. Issues of money, hizo sasa ni tofauti na kazi yangu. The accountant will tell us. Hata me I questioned what you are asking. KRA lazima sikatwe, kuna percentage. NSSF kuna pesa zinapeanwa. Hata mpaka housing levy inaenda. So wacha hiyo nitauliza headquarters, kwa sababu these are young people hawana nyumba na already wameanza kulipa nyumba. That one HQ will answer that. Hata mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa nauliza kwa nini huyu ukati mtoto pesa ya nyumba? Hii nyumba iko wapi for now? Are you getting that? So we shall make a follow up because all of us we require you. Next time tukitangaza kazi usiseme sita apply because wanakata ya nyumba. Pata kitu kidogo. Are you getting what I'm saying? Apply. Some of these rules are national. It is our country. So I don't have powers because kama ni kitu imepitishwa na parliament kwamba it is a levy, we don't have something to. Another question from Narok. Article 89, boundaries and yeah, you are right. We have 8 to 12 years to review boundaries. It was very unfortunate because our commissioners, led by our late Commissioner Chairman Chebukati, may his soul rest in peace, exited the commission on 17th of January 2023. And review must have ended on 6th of March 2024. By that time, we had no commissioners. And the secretariat could not do anything. So our CEO talked to the Supreme Court for guidance. What can we do now? As secretariat, we don't have commissioners. How? What can we do? The same took the commission to parliament. Mwende musaidiwa na parliament. Parliament tufanya namna gani? There was a cap. But time would not allow. Masinte ameuliza mambo ya kazi. Asante for willing to volunteer. We have volunteers in our offices. We have volunteers. Even in my office, we have volunteers. Now we give them a benefit. Sasa ile kazi imetokezea tunawapatia advantage because wamejitolea. So that one is there. It is not a policy of the organization kwamba lazima. It is has to say sasa huyu amekuja ku request afanye hii kazi. That it is there. Na ya mwisho Masi wa YK27 alisema kuna disconnect between the voters na IEBC. My sister Rono alisema kitu. The issue is finance. We have really wished to start voter education from the start. Wapi pesa? Are you getting that? You have been hearing we request money lakini haikuji yote. Are you getting that? So that is our challenge. Kama tungekuwa na pesa yetu, tukue independent financially, mambo ingeenda vizuri. Lakini for now, mtuombe mpaka siku ile tutakuwa financially strong. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much. Sava iko. Sava iko.
Sorry. Kuna mtu aliuliza kama Sava iko. Sava iko. It is actually the portal of the commission. And all the Form 34 Asia president inaskaniwa kwa polling station using our KIMS kit na sinatumwa kwa server. And it is open. It is open. It is an open forum. Mtu anafungua na kuangalia. Anaona. That is why unakuta kwa elections mtu anajideclare na kusema hapa nimeshinda because ameangalia. Lakini wala waelewi hawataki kuona ile wanataka. We have, I told you earlier on, we have Form 34 is the original with us. Unaambia mtu angalia anasema sitaki hii. Ni kama waambie wacha unaenda kwa M-Pesa upewe pesa yako. Unasema nataka kuona message. Nataka nione message. So it is the same thing. It is open and it is only for provisional results. Hakuna kitu unaficha because umetuma all the Form 34As. We have the originals here. Only to tally. So
iko wamesema angiingia huko. Asante. Thank you so much. A round of applause for Mr. Matthew kindly. Yes. Allow me to bring Madam Benedicta to answer the questions that were directed to her so that we can take the last round as I can hear rumors that the visitors are almost here.
Tushangilie Kenya.
Okay. Sawa, thank you. I really didn't have questions. Thank you to the gentleman who corrected me. Human is to error. Yes, I counted children and youth, but you're still 20.2 around there. So I think the number is still very huge and significant to make changes and participate. I didn't really have questions, but there was a comment about political parties, and I agree with you strongly. As much as we don't fancy political parties right now, they are the ones that make decisions in parliament. So let's join. What we don't like, let's change from within. We had requests to help establish caucuses of independent candidates within parliament. The truth is, their powers is very limited. So we couldn't even find a mechanism within Parliament to help them set up a caucus because they are not really opposition, because they're independent. So I think the best way, and I would encourage, is to join political parties, especially for those who are vying. The issue of public participation, I think it goes down to political goodwill. Sorry, did I say public participation, right? I know when it comes to budget making process, the Auditor General has a department called the Citizen Accountability Audit. And they supposed to audit the participation of citizens and what issues have been considered within the budget. But just like any other institutions that is independent, they face the challenge of funding. So they rely greatly on other organizations to support this particular process. We've had policies and laws introduced in Parliament, I think since the Constitution was passed in 2010. I don't believe there is political goodwill to pass, because every time we've had almost 6, I don't know how many, policies or laws. There's currently one, but we don't know whether it will pass or they'll wait for Parliament to be dissolved for it to be, to lapse. So what I encourage is for us to continue talking to our leaders. I know it's not easy, but let's question them. Let's ask them, why are we not passing these laws? At the county level, I think most of them have policies that support public participation. They're still not perfect, but let's not stop. I like the fact that Kenyans are becoming more involved in these processes. That means something is giving and something will be able to realize some results in the coming years. So thank you. I didn't really have questions, but I wanted to make those 2 comments.
A round of applause for her. So thank you, IEBC and NDI, for clarifying that. And now I want us to take a different trajectory, because we've asked the questions, we've had the answers. Now we have talked about the civic education and our civic rights as young people, and the role of IEBC and trust between institutions. And now I come back to you, young people. What is it that we can do to ensure that we have exercised our civic mandate? Kuna mtu mmoja amesema sisi tunaweza volunteer, twende tusaidie IEBC kutrain wazazi. I think Mr. Matthew alisema wazazi sana sana ndio tunadanganywa. Hata Madam wa YK amesema mara mingi sisi ndio tuko hiyo misinformation iko na millennials, na sisi tunaogopa kuuliza, si ndio? Lakini Gen Z hamuogopi, si ndio? Hadi mume translate finance bill, mume translate constitution, mume translate. So can we also bring this voter education closer to the people? Can we do it? I just need views from you guys how we can exercise our civic right. I need a microphone kindly. Many. Kuna mkono ishaanza kuamka hapa. So what is that we can do?
Thank you very much.
Keep it short. Thank you.
My name is Zamfro Monde. I'm the coordinator of Kenya Society of Caregivers, Wasingishu County, and also the vice chairman, Vijana Nguzo Movement in Wasingishu. So concerning the voter sensitization, I have a big problem with us, the youths. Because when we were demonstrating, we were saying that number 1, we were tribeless. But the truth be told, when you go to the institutions, learning institutions, they normally conduct elections. But believe me you that they normally have societies. Like they say, for you to contest, you must make sure that this region supports you. So for us to fight tribalism, it is us, the young people, that need to stop it. Because this is something that is being escalated from our institutions. And yet we have some of the leaders that are coming out telling us that they are tribeless. Let us not live in denial, and let us practice what we are preaching. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let us practice what we preach. Sisi ni tribeless. Alafu mbona kuna Wajaluo na Wakale na the next hand was here. Yes, the next hand was right here. Yes.
Okay, my name is...
Kindly stand and then you introduce yourself and then you address us.
I'm Bosiro Ayonde Rogers. I'm from Kisii County.
Thank you.
Okay, my thinking is this. You know, sometimes we don't take things seriously. I'm from Kisii County. Yesterday we were having public participation of Finance Bill 2026. And I've seen my guy here having a phone. It was voted yesterday. Really?
Eh?
That's a joke.
It was what?
It was passed yesterday. I've seen some MPs.
Yes.
That's
It was
a joke.
passed in the evening.
You know, that's a joke. They were doing public participation yesterday. Have they considered their views? That's a joke. But the issue of IBC, you are saying you are contracting KPMG to do data cleaning. Why? Why can't you employ data analysts? That's a joke. You see, we need to be serious.
Okay.
You know, we are young people. We understand how the economy works, how the world works. We are very behind, so many years behind, and we are doing jokes.
Yeah.
Those are our leaders supposed to be here, and we are supposed to engage them. They are not there, and you are moving us backwards. That's a joke.
Thank you. There's someone taking notes actually, so this information will
We
reach
are doing
them.
these things for formalities, and the thing is, as young people, we are tired of formalities. Let's be serious, you know. We are
Point
tired of
taken.
this.
Yes.
Let's
Let
stop
me
joking.
promise tutakuwa na session nyingine kama hii. Tutaacha jokes. There is another hand over there. There's another hand. Yes. I want to take all your views, so the sooner we finish and move to the next person, the better for us. Kindly.
Habari ya asubuhi.
Nzuri.
Naitwa David Gambo, natokea sehemu za Kilifi County. Na kama tu mwenzangu amesema, that's a joke. Anyway, umeuliza tunaweza fanya nini? Hapa sote hapa, kila mtu ako na skills na talanta tofauti. And we know what you are doing in the ground. Kuna watu wametoka kwa CBOs and everything. But apart from using our talents and skills, let me bring you back to our officials of IBC and NDI when they were saying something like lack of funding. You know, hapa vijana hatutaki pesa. So tunataka kujua tu. No, listen to me. Pesa tunataka, si ndio? Pesa tunataka. Relax. That's a joke, huh? Anyway, through their office, I want to get my point right. Cause kama Madam Rono, right? Wakati watu wameulizwa tunajua NDI. Hakuna mtu alikuwa anajua NDI. So what if mimi mtu wa Kilifi County, what are the practical measures ambazo NDI and IBC wanafanya kufikia the grassroots communities? You see? What support can IBC and NDI give to the youth who want to be in governance and decision making? Because if at all you call on me, and I know nakuja napata message, kuna vitu tunaweza fanya kama vijana, tuite, tutakuja tusikize. As long as we are in that decision making table, tutakuja tusikize. Yeah? So hizo ndo vitu nilikuwa nataka kusikia, because I'm not satisfied. Hawa NDI wanafika vipi huko kwetu chini? Wakuje tu kwa ground. Kama venye tu chief anafanya public baraza ya bure na watu wanaenda. Mbona hao wasifike na ujumbe? Because right now IBC and NDI wanaangalia tu mambo ya voter education. That is what huwa inatokezea majority kifika wakati wa elections. But hatujakuwa empowered in issues of budget processing. Hiyo kufuatia sekol nzima. Those are the political education ambayo tunataka kusikia from their end. So bado wao pia they have a role to play. Waseme lack of funding, but hao wenyewe wanafanya nini huko chini? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So watch a joke. Watuite, si ndio? Na tena amesema hamtakuja bila message. Ama mtakuja? Bado tuko hapo kwa civic spaces. I want a lady this time. Mimi ni nani? Hana mkono. Ndio huyo. Thank you. Sorry. I pick from the back.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, my name is Vilmasha from Eldoret. And apart from all that have been said, naweza ongezea tu creating awareness juu about kupiga kura inahusu everybody, and most targeted group kwa online ni youth, so we need to do it manually ndio ifikie wale mnasema millennials juu most of them hawapatikani online. So,
thank you. Yes. Another hand from this side, from the middle. A lady from the middle. There is one here. Yes. Apewe mic.
Kama mngekosa kunipea mic. Okay, saseni naitwa Gladys from Uasin Gishu. I don't know kama hii ni kama concern. Okay, tumekuwa tukiongelea inclusion. Okay, mnataka to practice maneno ya civic nini? Sisi kama youth tunaomba sana IBC. Sijui mnatumia criteria gani kuna hizi temporary jobs wakati wa election kama PO na DPO na kuna hizi zingine. Sasa mbona upe mtu ngoja nichukue mwalimu for example. Mwalimu si yako kwa payroll. Mbona upe mwalimu akuwe PO na kuna youth graduate yuko hapa mwenye ako na 25 years. Sasa kama tunasema youth tunaomba sana, this is ninasimama hapa kwa niaba ya youth from Moiben sub county. Kama mnataka kutupea kazi, mtupee kazi wakati wa election. Muachane na watu wenye wako kwa payroll so that tusikie hata sisi tumekuwa included. Another concern for IBC.
Make it fast, make it fast.
Yes, kuna hii mambo ya wenye wako nini biometrics. Inawezekana hiyo nini iwekwe Huduma Center so that watu waende huko na system sifanye isifail. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I have to pick one from this end. Yes, kindly. Rambo, wewe ushasema. Wacha watu wengine pia waseme kidogo. Asante. I will give you time. But let us speak from the rest of the house.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
My name is Yvonne from Laikipia County. And I have a very unpopular opinion. I feel like it's time for us to take accountability that I am studying law, so most of the time we usually find isipokuwa ni venye finance bill ilitufinyilia, most of the people do not know what's going on in Kenya. And before we start saying IBC should do civil education, IBC should do civil education, does your mom and dad know how IBC work? You as a youth, does your mom know? Ukienda hiyo get together, I know get together ni family na kushikana, does your shosho know this should be done? Does this person know this should be done? So I feel like it's time first we take accountability. Once we have done what needs to be done, once my mom is educated, my dad is educated, my shoshi in mashinani is educated, then we can say we have done our part. The shosh next door who does not have children, you can start from there. But I feel like all this information is with us. We are a digital era. We can get this. And if we want everything to run smoothly, we start with us before we start blaming our places. And I have a question for NDI. They started and said they work with leaders to monitor if their manifesto is working. How does that even happen? Because we do not know them and our leaders are failing. So how do they govern them?
Okay, NDI, mumesikia hiyo? Tuache jokes, ndio? Hiyo ndo message. Thank you. So, and our last round from the back, uko mwisho kabisa, yes? We can have, yes?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I'm Terry Michelle from Kisumu County. Article 38 of the Constitution guarantees us of political rights. We as youth, in as much as we want to vote, it is not just voting. We also want to be engaged in the political participation. We want it to go beyond voting. We want to participate in the electoral processes so that when we go outside there, we can be active youth ambassadors.
So what can you as a young person do to start becoming part of that? You know, there's the role of the government and there's still our role as young people.
Okay, the thing is, misinformation can lead us to being manipulated. When we get wrong informations from the politicians, we are manipulated and then we fall for their words. So when we are involved in electoral processes, we'll be aware of what is wanted from us.
Okay, thank you very much. This row, back end. Mko na maneno ama tulete mic mbele? They don't have, so bring it here. Kindly, peana hapo. There's a lady in red. She has really raised her hand for long. Yes.
My name is Nancy. I'm from Wasingishu County. When all is said and done, all of us can do something about sensitization and creating awareness about the electoral process and everything. But my question goes further. What is the perception of the decoding of the message by the big lions in the industry, I can say, or am I ndani ya political arena? You know, like for those who came out and did a summary of finance bill are quoted as anti-government and stuff. So I think all of us can do that, but ile perception when I get and you feel you are threatened, sometimes you just want to withdraw and go back. So at the end of the day, when you want to do things, you feel like you'll be threatened because you're being used as wanakuona ni kama we unakuwa against what they want. So it's also a call for them that whenever these things are done, it's not about them, but for the political good and the interest of the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think NDA is speaking. In your advisory role, kindly make sure that reaches. Yes. So from this end, before I come to the, okay. Yes.
Thank you. I'm Hiram Nixon from Kakamega, the President Western Kenya Student Association. At times, the government checks that always youths were against the government. But these are bad show that we came here and we have a lot of questions. We just want to be sure that when the PS anafika hapa, we will ask questions na atajibu than giving statement yake, giving a good speech, and then apande gari aende. Asante.
Sawa. So the organizers will take that into account, and I can assure you there's another session like this one when he's seated. So don't worry. Can the mic go here? Guided, can the mic go here?
1 minute, the last one for Annex. Ama atauliza baadaye. Sio? Okay. All right, please.
So thank you very much. We will have this session again, I promise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate Winnie Tunkao. Asante sana. Naomba sasa tuchachishe kidogo. Are you ready to receive the Honorable Principal Secretary? Tuko tayari kureceive mzito sasa. All right, nitaomba basi I request my dancers, igniters, my super Hypeman Flex, alafu DJ Easy of course. Let's all be upstanding sasa. Tuchachishe kidogo. Tuchachishe kidogo. Tubebe kidogo. All right. Najua tumechoka sana. Everybody go down for minute hivi. Aya, if you're happy and in love, clap on. If you're happy and in love, clap on hands. If you're happy and in love, and you really want to show. If you're happy and in love, clap your hands. If you're happy and in love, lift up your hands. Wapi, makofi ya pia sote. Tukibuni jambos. DJ, take it away. Hello. Nataka tumkaribishe kinyumbani, tumkaribishe leo Besmari. Ila tumikona.
MC, naambiwa ni watu wa AMANI wamekanyaga.
All right. Mnakubali tu mzito akae tu hivi hivi kienyeji. Tuchachishe tena, si ndio? Kila mtu simama tena. One more time simama tena.
Watu wa AMANI
kidogo DJ. Alafu nitaomba hivi.
Yes.
Nitaomba hivi with a lot of humility, honorable peers. Nataka tukufunze dance kidogo tu. Najua wewe ni comrade. Si ndio? Akuja asikuje. Kama mnataka aweke dance kidogo, mikono juu, mikono juu, mikono juu. Wapi nduru ya PS Fikirini? DJ, one more time.
DJ, check, check. Na watu wa Mani mkanyage waya tafadhali. Wana PS dance ni rahisi ya.
Ndokire kana ironge wode dahiki no nginya nderute guomoko ngirigwo njiki atia na maguru makwa mothe na mane ma
hapa tu
ngironje thakuru niwe dance master yule wa madanza kudonje ngironje ore moko hamwe na smile nderuta ikinya ni
Piga up burukanga buruka piga up burukanga buruka piga up burukanga piga up piga up piga up piga up burukanga buruka piga up burukanga nothing in your body all I need to talk about it pole pole unaanza kulia kushoto tingiza kamona unaanza kulia kushoto angalia
alafu tunaenda chini
alafu basi nipe hands somehow hands pakawa hands somehow hands pakawa
tupigie makofi tafadhali. Kwani si udu?
Asante sana. Thank you very much. I'll request that we all remain be upstanding. Kama umevalia kofia ambayo si rasmi tafadhali nitaomba tuzivue. Sababu we are going to begin afresh with the national anthem together with the East African anthem. And I'll request Mr. B one more time, kindly come forward so that you open with the word of prayer. Naomba tusimame wote tafadhali. Wale tunatembea tutulie kidogo. Ladies and gentlemen, national anthem.
Sote tuamini na tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu uliye juu mbinguni, tunasema ni asante kwa maana umetuwezesha kufika mahali hapa siku ya leo. Tunarudisha shukrani kwa kuwa umeifanya kweli kwa siku ya leo imeonekana. Wale wageni ambao tulitarajia wameweza kufika salama salmini. Tunaweka mbele zako kila kitu ambacho kitazungumziwa, kila kitu ambacho kitanenwa mbele hapa. Wacha kiwe ni cha kweli, wacha tuzidi kudumisha amani. Wacha youth vijana wazidi kusikika, wazidi kueleweka na matamanio yao yawekwe mbele Baba uliye juu mbinguni. Ni katika jina kuu la Yesu Kristo naomba na atakuamini.
Thank you. We may all be seated. Our chief guest today, the Honorable thank you. I'm being guided. Our chief guest today, the Honorable Fikirini Jacobs, Principal Secretary, State Department of Youth Affairs, our County Commissioner, Dr. Edison Nyale, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Honorable peers, we are gathered here today for this regional AMANI Youth Summit. And before you came in, Honorable peers, we've had a very good interactive session whereby we've had presentations from IEBC, we've had presentation from National Democratic Institute of Kenya, And also we've had a question and answer session. People have asked questions, relevant questions. People have made comments concerning how we are going to embrace peace and make sure we have a peaceful nation as we get towards electioneering period. Allow me, Honorable Peers, to usher you in to a very brief session of entertainment, and I'll request our cultural dancers from the Eldoret National Polytechnic to kindly come forward and do an item on peace, doing a Pokot dance presentation. The Eldoret National Polytechnic, please. Tafadhali naomba mje mbele. Tuwapigie makofi wanapokuja tafadhali. DJ, you can do something.
Pokot boy. Hiya. Tsunami baby.
Kama unapenda muziki ya Kipokot, piga makofi kidogo.
Baby, honey. Baby, honey. Amacha wap wap wap. Ilende nine. Amacha wap wap wap. Bitenye lene.
Representing the land of hidden treasures. 024 Pokot.
Baby bandit wa mapenzi, nite bandit baby bandit wa mapenzi, sina bunde, nipo na mbode, sina bunde, nipo na mbode, ripe ninyi city, ripe ninyi baby, yalo kwa selwa kyo pangen namba chomieno, yalo kwa selwa kyo pangen namba chomieno, tini kanaman, nyuche wante, toje kisa. Honorable
Peers, this is a team of students from the Eldoret National Polytechnic. They are going to do a song entitled Tabo. It's a prayer song praying for peace in our country, Kenya. Kama unapenda amani, let's appreciate them as they present their song. Makofi tafadhali.
Wow. Thank you, the Eldoret National Polytechnic. Munataka kitu mkiondoka? All right, DJ, do something else they can stage.
Tuwapigie makofi wakiondoka tafadhali.
Nyoporia kidogo chepto, nyoporian. Nyoporia kidogo chepto, tawuna temuka tankwa.
Thank you, DJ. Honorable PS, earlier on, I asked these people, what comes to your mind when you hear the name West Pokot County? And somebody said, banditry. Na vile wamekuja wameimba wakisema, mimi ni bandit. So we are like, lakini ile walikuwa wanasema ni, sisi ni bandit wa mapenzi. Now there is a lot of love and peace in West Pokot County. Let's appreciate them, tafadhali. Thank you very much. Honorable PS, right here where we are is Moi University. And in that note, allow me to invite Professor Etenge from the institution to come and do the welcoming remarks. Tumkaribishe kwa makofi, tafadhali. Professor Etenge.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. The Principal Secretary, Mr. Firikini Jacobs, Deputy Commissioner, Deputy Governor, County Commissioner, CEO National Youth Council, partners from organizations including IBC, NCIC, ICGLR, NDI, UNICEF, UNITOC, and all the institutions that are represented, our youth delegates from across the country, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, hamjambo. Yes, I'm Professor Tenge Kuremu, member of Moi University Management, the Principal College of Health Sciences, which is based in town. I'm representing the Vice Chancellor who could not be with us, though it was his wish, but due to exigencies of duty, he could not avail himself, and therefore he asked me to be here to welcome you and say a few words on his behalf. And before I read his speech, a brief comment. Moi University is a comprehensive university, set up 1984 as the second university then. But now we have grown to about 34 universities or something. And out of those, 11 have come from Moi. They were nurtured by Moi, and we are still nurturing one more college, Cabernet. So as a university, we have played our role in academic development and of course the development of the country, since academics and its outputs, research and so on, are for purpose of development. So as Moi University, we have played our role, and I welcome the PS. He went to one of our universities that we nurtured as Moi University. So welcome back home. Allow me now to read what the Vice Chancellor wishes to tell you. On behalf of Moi University, I warmly welcome you to our Annex campus for the AMANI Youth Summit of 2026. This summit on youth for peace and civic participation aligns perfectly with the mandate of Moi University. We exist to provide education, research, and service that address the needs of Kenya and the region. Peace leadership and active citizenship are at the heart of that mandate. And when Moi University was set up as a second university in this country, it was given one major mandate to work with the communities for the purpose of development. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, you have failed Moi University wherever you come from. And we are still in that space. Our university trains young people every day to be leaders and problem solvers. Beyond academic programs, we offer student mentorship through our schools, departments, and outreach units. We run trainings on youth-related matters, including leadership, governance, peace building, civic education, and entrepreneurship. Moi University took a trajectory of community participation, and we have done so much in terms of community engagement as one of our major flagship issues, so that we are deep in the communities working with people for the purpose of development. These programs that we offer shape graduates who serve with integrity in public life and in their communities. And I think as the current government stands, if you are to count the leadership that has come from Moi, you'll be amazed. A significant proportion are products of Moi University, for which we are proud of and will continue nurturing more as years go by. That's why in hosting this summit, it's important for us, because it's a continuation of what we are doing, to ensure that we give empowerment and therefore avail the space and the support that is necessary for empowerment of all people. And for now, we are talking about the youths who form the bulk of the population of this country. And for us, like me, I'm almost retiring. If I was in the civil service, I would have retired 8 years back. So you can guess my age. I'm here to safeguard this country for the youths. The country is yours as we are passing through, and therefore would wish that we work together to ensure that this country remains good for you and for your children. Today, Moi University is not just a venue. We are a partner in this mission for peaceful elections and meaningful youth participation. To our government and development partners, thank you for working with us. To the youth here, see Moi University as your ally. The mentorship and training you receive here can start today and continue along after the summit. I see within the congregation people who can become members of Moi University as students at different levels and so on. I wish you fruitful discussions. May the peace network you launched today grow with Moi University by your side. That is what the Vice Chancellor, Professor Kiplagat Kotut, wished to pass. And before I leave the stage, I'll say one word or one phrase, or is it a verb, from Isaiah 61. Arise and shine. What does it mean? We have to shed light to where darkness is. Bring peace to where there's no peace. We all have the potential to play our role. So this is our time for the youth to arise and shine. Thank you for listening to me.
Wow. Honorable peers, before you came in, during the interactive session, we had a gentleman from Kisii County. Whenever he made any statement, alikuwa anasema, that's a joke. Let's appreciate Professor tafadhali. That's a joke. Appreciate him in a better way. Asante sana. Thank you, Prof, for the warm welcome. We can now feel free at the premises of Moi University, School of Law. And just so you know, if you would wish to use the washrooms, kindly, we have mobile washrooms along that area. And we have others at the administration block of this particular institution. So kindly feel free. Anytime you can exit and feel free to use them. For our guests, you will be guided by our protocol team around here. Now that we've been welcomed to the premises, we have a particular reason as to why we are here today for this AMANI Youth Summit. And on that note, allow me, Mr. Pierce, to welcome Cherono, that is the Regional Youth Coordinator, to come and do the welcoming to this particular session, AMANI Youth Summit 2026. Mr. Cherono, please. Tumpigie makofi anapokuja.
Thank you so much. Our chief guest, the PS, Youth Affairs and Creative Economy, our Secretary, Youth Development, our CEC, County Commissioner, UG, Mr. Dr. Nyale, the CEC for Trade, Wasingishu Government, Dr. Philip Chebunet, the county coordinators present, our sub-county youth officers, and our dear youth. Good afternoon. Yeah, I'm Haron Cherono, the regional coordinator, Rift Valley region. I'm in charge of the 14 counties in Rift Valley, right from Turkana to Kajiado. So welcome to Rift Valley. And specifically, welcome to Wasingishu County. County number 1, or 001. Yako zamani zile tungesema district number 1. Karibuni Wasingishu, tuko na amani Wasingishu. Now, our theme of this summit is Amani. We are here purely to talk peace. I know we are here because we have peace. You traveled last night because we have peace. You slept peacefully because we have peace. Tumecheza hapa because we have peace. Tumepeana manamba hapo, network kidogo because unajua tutatembea because we have peace. So our youth, let us maintain peace at all times. As we watch 2027, we know some feel some tension, but then we are saying, we as youth, we maintain peace. You don't know the value of something until you lose it. You never know the value of something until you lose it. And my dear youth, life is a process, it's a journey. Njua youth, unataka maisha kama ya Simon Makonde. You know Simon Makonde? Life is not about Simon Makonde. Life is a journey, it's a process. So when we are here, when we go back, be our ambassadors of peace. So I'll take this chance to welcome our Secretary of Youth Development, Dr. Josephine Etenye, to continue with the program. Tumpigie makofi. Madam karibu, makofi. Yaani ya mvua kabisa. Madam karibu.
Our Honorable PS, the County Commissioner, Dr. Nyale, the Professor Robert Tenge, is a principal of College of Health Sciences, Moi University. And then we have Francis Komen, who is Deputy Registrar of Academics, again in Moi University. We also have our CEOs. Our CEOs, we want to recognize you. My fellow RCs, as I always say, once an RC, always an RC. And then, CEC Trade, Dr. Philip, and our fellow youth who have made us to be here today. Good morning. Good afternoon, sorry. Yeah, so mine is simply to ensure that the PS knows who is seated here together with the county commissioner and the other dignitaries to know who are here today. And of course, we have our youth who have come in large numbers. Then we have the RCs. PS will allow me to introduce the RCs, and when I call upon the RC, you will stand with your people. The youth you brought, you will stand up with them, right? Yeah, so I want to start with the RC. Coast, Wanayako. Stand up and let the youth you came with stand to be seen. Can we clap for them? Yes, that is Coast. Then we go to Eastern. Mr. Magaju, please, with your team of youths. Mr. Magaju, PS, those are youths from Eastern. We go to Rift Valley. Bwana Cherono with your team. Let's see the youth who came. The team is so big, eh? Yeah. We actually have okay, this is a county that was most favored because they are the hosts. Sindio? Wakaja wengi. Tuwapigie makofi. Yes, and then we have Northeastern. Alake with your team. We have Central, Dr. William with your team. Yes. Yeah, let's clap for them. Hey, let's move very fast. Then we have Western, Madam Olivia with your team. We have Nyanza region, Richard with your team. Hey, could we clap for them, please? And then we have Nairobi region. Nairobi region is Mureithi. Yes, tunaona. Yeah, so Bwana PS, that is your team. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, then there is now the Uasin Gishu County. Uasin Gishu County. Uasin Gishu County. Wow. The Uasin Gishu have really benefited. Are you happy today? Can you clap for yourselves? And I believe all of us are happy. Mine is to welcome you as Secretary Youth Development to this caucus. I know it's a very important caucus for all of us as a country, for all of us as youth of this great country, Kenya. Many people admire our country. When they come, they want to come to Kenya, and you'll find that they have even settled in Kenya. They have had homes in Kenya. Why do they have homes in Kenya? They have settled very peacefully because Kenya has peace. We preach peace, we drink peace, we wake up with peace every other morning. For me now is just to tell you that peace is never bought. You can never buy peace. Peace is nurtured, right? Through conversations, through talks, through collaborations, we nurture peace. That is why Kenya as a country has stood the test of time as one of the most peaceful countries in Africa and maybe even the world over, right? So what I would want to encourage all of us is to have an interactive session. In fact, this is not a caucus for speeches in as far as we are concerned. We want to give youth time to be listened, to be heard, and to share ideas. And with those few remarks, I want to welcome all of you and to say thank you for listening to me. Asante.
All right, that's a joke. Let's appreciate her in a better way. Asante sana. And Honorable PS, allow me before we move to the next session, just to acknowledge the presence of the person representing the county government of Uasin Gishu, the CC member in charge of trade, Dr. Zil Philip Chebunet. Let's appreciate him, tafadhali. All right, thank you very much. We also have with us here in the room, we have Christine Odera from the Kenya Coalition on Youth and Peace, Youth, Peace and Security. Let's appreciate her, tafadhali. We have Dodi Okelo from Organization of African Youth, Makofi kwa tafadhali. We also have with us an advocate of the High Court, Wakili Sharon Jemutai, here with us, who is a very serious advocate of youth affairs, youth rights. Thank you very much for coming, Wakili. We also have, let me acknowledge in a special way, the Uasin Gishu County Youth President, Mr. Kevin Kipleting. Tumpigie makofi tafadhali. Thank you very much. And now, with your permission, Honorable Pierce, we are now going for a refreshment break. And I will allow that we are going to do this. I will request that we do this in a very orderly manner. Tutaanza na wale wako nyuma kule. Tafadhali, you will exit polepole, guided by our protocol team. Tukienda kukamata kikombe ya chai. Alafu kisha tutarejea hapa kwa dakika zisizo zidi 20. I hope my Kiswahili is right. All right. Kidogo tu, tafadhali. DJ, you can do some music at the background, please. Thank you, my DJ. Allow me to also, Mr. Pierce, let you know that we are live on 3 different social media platforms. We are live on YouTube, courtesy of Presscom Photography. You can subscribe to that YouTube channel and you follow live proceedings, so you can share for more people to get to know what is happening right here. We are also live on Facebook, courtesy of Victor Rotich Unfiltered. We are live on Facebook as well, courtesy of Engineer Mosoni Kipchirchir. Ladies and gentlemen, karibu sana kwa chai. During this time, there will be a media briefing by our guests. So our members of the fourth estate, kindly take charge of that. Alafu pia photo session. This is the time we will allow photo session. Kwa hivyo, our photography, please, we will do a photo session before we go for the media briefing. So DJ, kidogo tu, as we organize that media session.
Sinaimba juu, lekosto ninaita dance, bass guitar inagonga, happy jaho. Ukitembea Nairobi streets, unaona dreams ikichanua, people smiling everywhere. Freedom is alive, Kenyan spirit strong, hakuna kitu kinatuzuia, tukisimama pamoja, tunashinda kila vita.
Watakao nyenyekea na kuomba utafanya nchi yako.
All right, thank you, DJ. As the youth are getting the cup of tea, I'll request our guest, led by the Honorable Pierce, we will line up around this area for a brief photo session. Alafu baadaye tukirudi tutafanya na group photo ya youth. So at your convenient time, nafikiri mutakuja hapa mbele so that we have a photo of the people seated in front here. Tafadhali. In the meantime, DJ, muziki ya Amani, tafadhali.
Naomba amani